What is going on, YouTube? Today we're interviewing the man, the myth, the legend, Ryne Ogren. He's been an Inner Circle student now for, I think, a few months, and he's crushing it. And he has a really, really cool story, and I think you guys are going to get a lot of value from this today. So, Ryne, man, give him a little rundown, give him a little introduction on you before we dive in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Inner Circle, what up? Or people thinking about Inner Circle, what up? Or just YouTube in general. So I'm Ryne Ogren. I'm a former professional baseball player. I spent 4 years in pro ball. Spent 1 year with the Seattle Mariners. Got traded over to the Baltimore Orioles. I was a shortstop with the Mariners. Orioles turned me into a catcher. Wasn't a great catcher, so I got out. I'm on the voluntary retired list, so I launched into business and kind of hit pinball machine and kind of fell in love with what Caden was posting on Twitter, and that's how I ended up here.
Let's go. And Orioles, the Baltimore Orioles, if you're watching this right now, you're idiots for trying to make this man a catcher. He was a legendary shortstop. Idiots. I hope the organization's watching this right now.
Yeah. At them in the comments.
They fumbled, dude. They sold. What's wrong with them? But cool, man. I guess, dude, what is your sort of just past biz experience and your past sales experience? Because you mentioned you retired, got into business. So what have you done, and then what sort of sales experience did you have, I guess, before joining the Inner Circle?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got out of baseball. So I actually retired March 31st, 2022. I walked out of spring training, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to get into something entrepreneurial. Past business experience, pretty much only been in business for 2 years. Really haven't been in sales for that long after that. So pretty minimal sales skill, I would say. Just being personal. That's just selling with my smile, I guess. I went through, I buy businesses is what I've been doing. So the first 12 months out, I've been just looking for businesses to acquire. And I found a ton of conversations were just literally sales conversations. And so I was just kind of bumping my head in all those conversations, just lacking the skill set. And then, eventually got one and learned I needed to figure out how to sell. So naturally, I lacked the skill set again. And, I finally was just like, you know what, enough's enough. Let me invest in this and solve this problem so I can go make some more money.
Heck yeah, dude. That's sick. I think I didn't know you've only been in it for 2 years, dude. You've made insane progress, and you're freaking killing it for someone who's been in for 2 years. So
yeah, I
that's
appreciate
sick,
that,
man. Another
out
2
here
years from now,
grinding.
you're gonna be scary, dude. You're gonna be a weapon in a couple of years. I mean, you already are.
That's the goal.
But, dude, one thing that's fascinating about you is you're an athlete. You're a former pro athlete, dude. Trey and I always talk about this. For whatever reason, former athletes that performed at a semi-high level, let alone being a professional, dude, they translate into something like sales and business just super well. So I think the principles of getting to a high level with sports is it's discipline, it's sticking to a routine, it's being consistent, it's working your fucking ass off. Dude, it's a whole bunch of things, right? And I feel like those translate to business, and I've seen that in you, dude. You're savage. You're savage.
Appreciate that.
Dude,
Thanks,
you know how to cold email. You're very, very good at sales. You showed me your tracker, and you probably custom coded the entire thing. It looked like, dude, that's crazy, man. That's super cool. So I don't know. What's your take on that? Do you think that a lot of the principles that you use to go pro with baseball do kind of translate to business and sales, or do you feel like you just kind of, it did translate, but you're just still solid at it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the tactical stuff, hitting a curveball, that doesn't really translate. But I think the mindset and the strategy just works so well between baseball specifically and sales. But in all reality, any sport, any just thing in life, working out, exercising, it's where am I deficient, and I need to work on that, or what am I good at, and I just need to get better at that. And I think it's those small frames that just almost a sickening work ethic to just accomplish and check those boxes off. So I would say yes, pro sports definitely helps. Obviously there's another level of almost being psychotic into and making something a reality, but at the end of the day, that can be learned from anybody. So it's like a learned skill. It's not like you're just born with it. Like you can be learn to become a killer by any means.
Totally. Dude, it's funny you say that, man. So my old baseball coach, back when I played club ball when I was like 11, 12, 13, we were like one of the top teams in the country, dude. And I'm not trying to even compare my skill level to yours because it's just not even close. But we were pretty good, man. Like, we were playing majors, we were traveling, and we were winning tournaments. It was fun stuff, man. Anyways, my coach played in the Dodgers minor league organization system.
Cool.
Coach Clay, dude. This guy, like, changed my life, man. He, like, to your point you just made of, like, you gotta be a little crazy. This guy was a little crazy, man. Like, dude, I remember at the end of every practice, we would run caterpillars, like, if you know that drill when you're running the bases. Dude, and we would run for days, or he would make us hold our bats above our heads and run a mile the whole time. And if you dropped your bat, it was another mile. And, dude, we're crying with our bats above our heads and stuff like that, dude. But anyways, like, dude, he turned us into savages, man.
True.
Like, and a lot of the lessons that I learned from him, I think of all the time in business, man. It's crazy. Like, one of them, he always used to yell at us in practice and say, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. You don't just go through the motions in practice. You have to, like, practice at an insanely high level for it to have effect, like, in the game. That's basically what it meant. And, dude, I think of that in sales. I'm like, if I'm, like, role-playing with somebody, reviewing a call, doing something, like, to build my skill, like, I got to do it well. I got to try my best. Otherwise, like, it's just not. There's no point in doing it. So,
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
I take a lot away from, like, sports. I'm sure you do, too, man. I'm sure you had some sick coaches. So,
yeah.
That's dope, man.
No, I think finding those stories and, like, they come up in, like, the most opportune time. Did I lose you there?
No, you're good. I got you.
Are you good? Yeah. So, like, those stories, like, they help you just, like, those memories, like, help you navigate business. So it's, yeah, for sure.
It's sick, man. How did you find us? Like, how did you find the Inner Circle initially and, like, come across our stuff?
Yeah, so I'm one of those anons on Twitter.
That's the way.
Unverified, just like, it's a place for me to put my thoughts. Really don't try and grow my Twitter following, but if you're watching this, follow me at Ryne Ogren. I look like an anon. You'll find me.
Follow him. He's got good tweets.
Yeah, Caden loves my tweets. But I'm just on Twitter. Like, that's like the thing that I think a lot of business owners are actually on right now instead of LinkedIn. And so I just found your Twitter, and you posted something. I wish I still had the note card, but you posted something that just hit. It's like it was like a one-liner. It's like, okay, so you need more leads. Why do you need more leads? And I was like, that's such a simple question to ask that I just wasn't asking. And so I literally hopped on the next call, asked that question. That guy ended up closing. And I was like, all right, what other kind of sauce does Caden have? So that's how I found you guys. And I just like slid through, like, you guys weren't even like running any ads or running any funnel or just any call to actions or anything. I just like slid through the website through the cracks and got an appointment. And Trey just just like laid it out on the phone and closed me there. But it was best investment ever, man. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Let's go, man. Yeah, we kind of are a little hidden, dude. I think that's gonna change here soon. We gotta promote a little more. But Twitter, I've heard people say that they're like, dude, you're kind of like hard to get like in touch with almost. And like, I don't know. I've always taken pride in not being too guru-y on there. But I don't know. Maybe we got to be a little more guru-y on there. I don't know. But I guess you kind of answered my next question, which was gonna be like, what made you join us? It was really just like that tweet. It sounds like was it just that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I would say like I'm probably one of the easiest sells there is. I think you are too. Like, I think a lot of guys that have been in sales are kind of that way too, because we just know how it is, and we're just looking to get better. And I just know like I could either like waste like 3 years trying to get the information that I could just pay you to put in my brain for me, and just skip that and all that pain and rejection and no's and unclosed deals. Like, I didn't want to do that. To me, it was more expensive to not do things, right? So like I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the shortcut here. Why I'll just pay for it. Let's do it.
That's the way to do it, man. I love buying stuff. I know that sounds crazy. That probably doesn't sound crazy. I feel like a lot of people watching this love buying stuff. And I used to be really bad with my money in that sense. And I'm still I still spend a good amount of money, but I just spend it on like productive shit now. Like I bought
Yeah.
2 courses in the past 2 months, and then Trey and I also just put a guy on retainer, who's like, dude, like we're doing sales management now. He is like 10 echelons above us with sales management. He would whoop us in the arena if we had to go head to head. Like it's not even funny. And dude, I just love doing that. So I think that's sick. I think actually a lot of more people need that sort of mindset. Like a lot of people like kind of safeguard their money and hide it in a corner versus playing a little bit of offense with it.
Yeah, I would just say like, ask yourself two questions. One, are you making the amount of money you want to be making right now? Because if the answer is no, then you got to use the money you are making right now to get closer to that. It's that. What's money good for anyways? Hermosi clothes. Like, you're going to spend that money regardless, so might as well spend it on something that's going to get you closer to the amount of money you want.
Yeah.
Because what's money good for anyways? You're just going to save it? Like, it's not good for anything there. It's a utility. You got to use it. So use it on stuff that's going to make you more of it.
100%, dude. Yeah, that's why I have everything in crypto right now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have everything in crypto.
Yeah.
I got some in crypto, but I love that, dude. Hormozi's the real goat of our space for sure. But cool, man. I guess like so when you entered, whatever you're comfortable sharing, where were you at? Like when you started the inner circle, close rate wise, income wise, if you're comfortable, what were you selling? Like walk us through where you started when you like got in here.
Yeah, so I was closing, I think I was closing like 15% on just cold outreach leads. So like bare bones, like bare knuckle, like I'm out there shooting emails out, finding my own leads, and then closing them, high ticket, B2B offer. And I think I was closing like 15%, which is, it's not terrible, because anyone that's done that, hey, shit, man. And if you've never done it and you're like, and you're watching this, you're like 15%, Ron, you suck. Like, maybe I did at that time, I guess. But still, I think that's where I was when I entered. I worked up, definitely like had like a good commission structure, so to speak. So I was able to work up to, right around that 10K mark consistently, 10 to 12K income just from that gig alone, just that offer alone. And I was just like, I just need to get like better at this. Like I'm taking calls all day long. We just need to like be able to close more deals. That's like the leverage point now. I was like, I just need to actually be able to close more deals. Yeah.
That's why you're a savage, dude. Like you came in doing outbound for yourself. I've never seen that before. Like how high ticket sales is typically advertised as like a biz op, right? It's like take 4 calls a day, kick your feet up by the ocean and drink Mai Tais and like close a deal a day and woohoo, there's your 10K a month. Like that's basically how it's advertised by everybody who sells a course on it. Which is like absolutely not the case, maybe on some offers, but definitely not all of them. And a lot of people have that fat cat sort of mindset. They're like, I just want my inbound calls and like, they just want to
lay down.
But dude, you came in. I didn't even know you did cold outbound until like 4 calls in, dude. We already knew each other well. I was like, wait, you're doing all of your lead generation? Like you're the one sending the cold emails for it? And you were like, yeah, I got all these sequences built out. I generate my leads 100%.
And I showed you them the other day. You saw like the whole,
You did.
I think I sent like 80,000 emails for that. Yeah.
Dude, that alone, like just that alone, the fact that you do that puts you in the top 5% of this industry for sure, dude. Like bar 9, hands down. That makes you like, I don't even think I've told you this. That makes you so desirable by other businesses, dude. You'll never struggle for like employment in this industry again. I'm serious. Like you've unlocked. I mean, based on your cash collected, who you've closed for now, and doing that, you're never gonna struggle in this industry again, dude. However long you want to stay in it, you're never gonna struggle again. So
listen to that, YouTubers. Listen to that.
Yep.
We eating.
Yeah.
We eating out here.
Gotta eat like that, man. That's a skill I wish I would have built a lot sooner too, is cold email. Because I still don't know how to cold email. We're finally getting into it, so we can get some more placements for guys in the inner circle. But that's a sick skill to have, dude. So
we're gonna fix that, dude. We're gonna get you that skill. Don't worry about it.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Well, cool, man. I guess like so you were at that 10K a month ish level, closing 15% for the marketing agency. What are you doing now, and how are things going now for you with, since you've been in the inner circle, which I think you joined like 2-3 months ago now?
Yeah. So things are going now, consistently, 20K plus, and just take home alone. Just off of two offers. So, Kate and Trey put me on another offer. I don't know if I should say. Yeah, I probably won't say the name, but
Yeah, you don't have to say the name.
and stud, total stud offer. Awesome team, really, really just well done company, all together. And they put me in touch, and it was I was I was learning how they do business, which is insane. They're just super sharp. But two, it kind of warmed me up. I was selling these cold leads hard, and I'm just grinding, and all of a sudden there's a brand behind this, and now all of a sudden I was like, wait a second, you've heard of us before, and I'm just kind of loosening up a little bit, and I was able to close way above projections in just that first month, and the price point's way higher. It's real, and I'm selling more sophisticated business owners, and so it was really just kind of shaking up my world a little bit, but it was cool as well because I knew I was ready for it. Because Kate and Trey trained me to the teeth. I was literally armed to the teeth with just the elite question asking skills. Just diving into pain points. Going through objection handling and just closing deals. And so I walked into this thing and I really just had to rely on my skill set. And dude, Kate and Trey, they're best for the reason, man. There's a reason they are the best. God, I get my words jumbled up. But yeah.
I appreciate that, man. That's sick, dude. It is true. That goes back to the point that I just made earlier too, man. You learned outbound. You've been doing outbound the whole time, so you're used to talking to people that really just don't want to talk to you and converting at a 15% clip, which is pretty fucking solid for outbound.
Yeah. And so wait, my close rate right now, it went up on that cold offer up to 25% on cold. So I worked with Caden on that offer for 3 months, and Caden got me up to 25% on that, which is pretty nasty on just cold outreach with literally no guarantee, no case studies, really anything. So, and no brand behind it. So that is right there. If any sales guys are watching this, you're like, damn, respect. Caden got me up to there. And then on this offer, first month pretty much closed at a 50% clip. So, yeah. So just take that into it. Yeah.
That's filthy, dude. You're an animal, man. You're solid, dude. It's crazy. You're just kind of. Didn't you just find out about high ticket sales pretty recently too? Obviously you sold for the marketing agency, but didn't you find out that this space was a thing not too long ago?
Yeah, I didn't even know what this was. I didn't remote high ticket closing. Didn't even make sense. I didn't even know I was doing it. Right? Just I gotta close deals, dude. Whatever. I didn't know this was an actual thing. And then it kind of is a whole industry. I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. Yeah. But yeah.
What's up, man? Yeah, it's cool because you don't even realize how solid you are, man. You kind of I mentioned earlier, you'll never struggle for employment in this industry again. And hell, if a business owner comes across this video, you might even start getting inbound people being yo, come work for us. That's crazy.
Business owners, what's up? Yeah. Worst case scenario, dude. Business owners. Worst case scenario, I'll put you in touch with Caden and we'll get you some other killer.
Yeah, easy, man. Well, cool, dude. What's the plan from here? Everybody kind of has a different. I'll preface it. Everybody has a different plan with high ticket sales. Some people they're dude, I want to be in sales forever. I want to make a bunch of cash. Some people are I want to make a bunch of cash for a year or two, and then I want to use that cash to do something to get out of sales. Some people don't know. So what would you say your game plan is from here?
Holy moly! Take over the planet? Is that a plan? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm not like that. I'm not like that right now. But I would say. So me, I love private equity style deals. I've done 2 so far, but those deals take a lot of time to actually close. I've put commercial real estate deals together. I've done some really big stuff is in the deal space. And so the reason I hopped into sales, yes, cash is great, but realistically I wanted the skill set. I wanted to rely on it because this is the most important skill set in business at all. If you read all these books, dude, it really comes down to being able to sell somebody on your dream and your vision and all that stuff. So I wanted the skill set, and the cash is just a nice bonus. So what I'm doing, right now, I'm putting together bigger deals, private equity style deals, potentially taking stakes in, small businesses. Ideally, 1 million revenue up to 10 million revenue. That's kind of like my sweet spot. And in the meantime, I'll just continue to close while I'm putting together those bigger deals. So it's like kind of like a cadence thing. While you're waiting for these deals to close, you can't just like sit there with your thumb up, just sitting on your thumb, right?
Yeah.
So that's my plan.
You better say a profanity there, dude.
Yeah,
you can rip this.
Myself.
It's a safe place, dude. I've ripped some F-bombs on here.
Yeah, but I think in all reality, guys, like this is the skill set you need to have. So just do it.
That's cool, man. That's really. It's kind of like what we were talking about the other day. It's like info for a lot of people. I don't think is an end all be all. I think it's kind of like the training ground and the practice field to go do some really really big stuff in a place like private equity. Like, dude, I don't know what my future looks like. I'm very sporadic, so like I could be doing a completely different thing like 6 months from now. That not really, but like I always try to plan a year out. Like, oh, this is gonna be here, this is gonna be here. But then like stuff falls in my lap where I'm like, oh shoot, we're gonna actually do this instead, So, but I want to get into that private equity stuff eventually, man. And like I'm at our meetup, I did give a presentation on this of like life after sales.
Yeah.
And dude, a lot of these guys didn't know that you could go apply like sales skills to like improve like a local boomer run business and like get equity in like rev share. Like, dude, plumbing businesses, you can go blow up a plumbing business if you know how to do lead gen and you know how to sell. It's crazy.
Dude,
and you can get some equity there too. Like,
yeah.
And not just plumbing businesses either. But yeah.
I mean, it's just, and that's what I'm saying. Like the skill set itself builds a bridge that you can walk across into a bigger opportunity.
Yeah.
Serious. Like, and that's, we talked about like info is like, it's kind of like a small fish compared to like these bigger deals and stuff. You see companies, they're doing 10 mil a year, but you really don't see them like after that. Well, you probably do, but my point is, we're here for the skill set. The skill set itself of sales and being able to sell is worth more than the actual cash you're collecting.
100%, dude. I agree. Well, cool, man. I mean, for the sake of time here, I only got one more question for you, if you're cool with it. Like, if somebody, let's say somebody's watching this video, they're kind of maybe like in a spot that you were, right? They find us on Twitter, high ticket sales interests them. They're watching this video, they're like, should I join the inner circle? Should I get into sales? Like, no. What would you say to somebody who's like on the fence of joining the inner circle? And it could be brutally honest too, dude. You could be like, these guys are ass, they're terrible, they suck. They're late to calls, like whatever, dude. You could say anything here.
Oh my gosh. I would say if you're on the fence about this, it's time to nut up and just do it. Like nuts on the table. Like, let's go. Like, man up. Even if you're a woman, like, man up and hop in because, like, it could be scary. Like, I remember the first call review I did with Caden, or onboarding call or whatever. I was like, I don't even know what I just did. Like, is this a good? Immediately when I got on the call, he's like, "What's up, dude?" I was like, "All right, this is gonna be fun." And like the value that I've gotten, like Caden literally walked me through, like 2 calls a week. One-on-one, going through my call reviews, answering every single one of my questions, changing up our script, like making sure that I was going to succeed. Like, and we're doing these call reviews at like 7 o'clock at night. His wife's pregnant. Like, he moved houses. He's texting me on the go. Like, him and Trey, dude, and they text me all the time. They text me all the time out of the blue just to make sure I'm okay. And, these guys, they're class acts, but they're also like killers when it comes to giving you the skill of sales. So, like, if you're on the fence, just stop being a wuss, put the nuts on the table. Like, this is the best thing for you right now. If you're thinking about it, then you should have already done it.
100%, dude. I appreciate
And if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll fucking close you for them. Sorry, not the F word. But it's the best thing for you, I promise.
For sure, man. Dude, that just goes to all areas of life, too, man. Like, even if you don't join the inner circle, just do something. Just grab...
Do something.
Grab the cojones and just do something, man. Like, holy crap. There's so many guys who are just sitting there and just analysis paralysis, just thinking if they should do something forever. I talked to guys who've been thinking about doing something for 3 years and they haven't done anything. It's like, dude, you could get struck by lightning tomorrow, man. I don't know what kind of time we're wasting here. Just do it, man. This is one life,
I'll add this too, like my network, right? Like I came from baseball, most of the people I know in business, like, were just like former athletes themselves. Like, as soon as I entered this inner circle, as soon as I got in there and I just started posting wins, like, I started having friends all over the place, and then we started making connections. And then, Caden and Trey, their networks are insane. Like, these guys know everybody. So literally, they'll be able to put you on a great opportunity that's going to open up doors for your career. And also, like, you get a bunch of friends and guys that are like-minded in the space. You can bounce ideas off of too. It literally forces you to become a killer. That's it.
For sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any losers in here, man. It's all dudes you'd have a beer with,
Yeah.
If you don't drink, it's dudes you'd have a steak with,
If you're a loser / a squid and you're watching this and you say that don't come in.
Yeah, don't even book a call. Just don't, dude. Yeah, none of that. But heck yeah, man. Dude, I appreciate you doing this. Guys, if you want to go follow Ryne and his journey, this is just the start for him. He's going to be big, I'm telling you. Go follow him on Twitter, Ryne Ogren. And if you're interested in joining the Inner Circle, link to book a call is below. I'll put it in the description, probably be the first thing that you see. I'll throw my Twitter on there too if you're finding this on YouTube and you want to follow me just to get some free game. And yeah, I hope you guys got value from this. But Ryne, thanks again, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Absolutely, guys.
Cool,
Absolutely.
Man. Deuces.